Welcome back to another player build, y'all. Today we have the D-Man, who was widely regarded as the perfect human for very good reason, and that is of course none other than Nicklas Lidstrom. Let's not waste any of y'all time. Let's hop right into how to make this build for y'all. Let's get it. Now, to recreate Nicklas Lidstrom, there's probably only really one archetype that fits him better than the rest, and that is of course a two-way defenseman, because you can make him an offensive defenseman, you can make him a defensive defenseman. Not really a puck moving defenseman, I would say, but one of those two maybe. But I feel like two-way defenseman is literally the perfect hybrid. You got that good offense, you got that good defense, and that is exactly what Nicklas Lidstrom was. And we are able to make him his actual height and weight, which is 6'1", 192 pounds. This is listed on the actual NHL website, of course. That's what I go off of for all these players' heights and weights. He does, of course, shoot left-handed, and abilities and boosts we will come back to as always. First, for Lidstrom's technique attributes, we're simply just going to add 4 to balance, add 3 to speed, as Lidstrom definitely was not known for his speed, but he wasn't the slowest skater. But he also, of course, was not the fastest either, so I felt like 90 speed was definitely fair for him. Then we're going to add 1 to both wrist shot and slap shot accuracy, and just simply take 3 off agility, because, I mean, Nicklas Lidstrom, he wasn't the flashiest skater, he wasn't the flashiest player by any means. He just kind of did what he needed to do without making mistakes 99.9% of the time. Next, for Lidstrom's power attributes, we're of course just going to add 3 to acceleration, as like I said, same thing. He's definitely not the slowest skater, but not the fastest skater either. Then we're going to add 2 to puck control, add 2 to wrist shot power, 1 to slap shot power, and just take 5 off your endurances. Like I always say, I'm just not focused on showing off the endurance for most of these players. After that, for your playstyle attributes, we're simply just going to add 5 to passing, add 5 to offensive awareness, and 2 to defensive awareness. And of course, we are going to up this a little bit more, so do not worry, because Nick Lidstrom's IQ and just way and ability of seeing the game is literally second to none. So we of course had to get that as high as we possibly could, but I also didn't want to tank his defense like crazy. So don't worry, we will get those up a little bit more still. Then we're going to take 1 off stick checking and 4 off body checking, because Nick Lidstrom, like I've been saying, he didn't really do anything super flashy. He wasn't a big hitter. He just literally played the game plain and simple, did not do anything flashy, didn't body check the shit out of people, didn't fucking deke the shit out of people. He just did what he had to do, so we did take 4 off body checking as well. Then for his tenacity attributes, we're simply just going to add 5 to hand-eye, add 5 to strength, and take 5 off durability and 5 off shot blocking, like we do with pretty much most of these players. And I'll be honest, I really did debate giving Nick Lidstrom some shot blocking, of course, because, I mean, he's a D-man, and he did block a decent amount of shots. However, I felt like the strength and hand-eye was just more important. I mean, he's got really good hand-eye, and he's also a super strong skater, so I felt like that we had to just give him that a little bit more than that shot blocking. Finally, for Nicklas Lidstrom's tactics attributes, we're simply going to add 5 to deking. As like I said, I know he's not the flashiest player, but 80 deking is more than reasonable for Nicklas Lidstrom, in my opinion. Then, of course, we're going to add 5 to discipline, because, I mean, if you want to talk about a disciplined player pretty much making the right play 99.9% of the time, I don't think there's a better example of that than Nicklas Lidstrom. So then we're just going to simply take 5 off faceoffs and 3 off fighting skill. We could probably take 5 off fighting skill and it would be accurate, but there's just no point in kind of tanking his fighting for no reason. So 77 is more than fair, because he was not a big fighter at all either. Now, going back to abilities, for Nicklas Lidstrom's zone ability, he's one of these players that is just going to be extremely difficult to choose abilities for, because there's so many different abilities that could possibly fit him because of how talented and versatile of a player he is. However, the gold ability I decided to go with is quick pick. He is incredible at playing the lanes, reading passes, 2-on-1s, anything like that. Nick Lidstrom is one of the best in NHL history to do that, so I felt like quick pick was the most reasonable out of all of these. Then for his superstar abilities, of course, I debated a bunch of different abilities. I wanted to give him 1 offensive and 1 defensive, but for his offensive, I couldn't really tell if I wanted to do a passing or if I wanted to do a shooting one like seeing eye, and ultimately I decided to go with tape to tape, because I felt like his passing maybe just kind of overshadows his shooting a little bit. So that's why, listen, if you are using this build and you want to go seeing eye or even heat seek or something like that, you are more than welcome to do so. This is just what I went with for my Nicklas Lidstrom build. Then for his second ability, I actually decided to give him shutdown. Reason being, I was going to give him stick 'em up, to be honest, because he is an incredible stick checker, and of course we did have to lower our stick checking a little bit. However, this actually does help a little bit with poke checks too. So shutdown helps with poke checks and just kind of bodying the people off the puck, which you will definitely see in the gameplay that I have coming up. So I decided to go with shutdown over stick 'em up. But then again, there's of course a plethora of different abilities and combinations you could go with, and it would accurately be a Nicklas Lidstrom build, of course. And finally, for Nicklas Lidstrom's boost, for his first one, we actually decided to go with quick stick, and the reason being is 84 stick checking just felt way too low for Nicklas Lidstrom. He's way too good of a defender to disrespect him. It felt like, honestly, with that low of a stick checking rating, so I felt like 88 was a little bit more reasonable. And same thing with the defensive IQ and defensive awareness. We are going to get that up a little bit more by using disciplined IQ. Reason being, I mean, he probably has the best defensive IQ out of pretty much anybody to ever play the game. So if I could have, I would have absolutely made that 99. However, I would have had to tank a bunch of different attributes, and I felt like this was just pretty reasonable for Nicklas Lidstrom. This is how we recreated Nicklas Lidstrom right here in ESHL. Let's hop right into game one and show you all the absolute dominance that we can do on this build. Let's get it. Here we are, fellas, hopping into game one with the man who was honestly, rightfully so, nicknamed the perfect man, or the perfect human, some people called him. I believe it was, what's his name? Fucking Eislerman who was referring to him as that. Either way, dude, I mean, it's a perfect nickname for him. That's really what he was as a D-man. Just the most, didn't do anything extra, didn't do any fancy moves, fancy dekes, didn't hit people like crazy, just literally played positional, perfect fucking hockey 99.9% of the time. It was so hard to beat him. It was not something that you saw very often. And no matter what, it just felt like he was always making the right play and just never kind of making mistakes. Just like that. Now, Lidstrom obviously referred to, rightfully so, once again, as the best D-man of all time. I mean, I probably would personally say all around he is the best D-man of all time. Maybe not the best offensive defenseman, but if you want one defenseman that you just need to be super reliable and just kind of, you know, lock shit down for you, I think Nicklas Lidstrom is #1 on that list, and I don't even know if that's up for a debate. But if y'all have any other names, let me know down in the comments. All right, let's go, Maddie. You need a big save out of here, kid. Let me see something. Okay. Nice defense. Oh my God. That's crazy.
Your greatest skill set, and for him, he's just been a point machine. Even broadcasters like meaningful games, people.
Go, go, go. Good fucking play, Tanner. Way to be patient with that. Big block. Let's go. What a beautiful block there from Lidstrom. Beautiful poke there, too. Good fucking play, Jaybird. Gorgeous play. Now, like I mentioned, Lidstrom obviously is not the most flashy player or anything. Wasn't a big hitter, anything like that. Wasn't a super crazy stick handler, but he just did everything right. So there's going to be no challenge for this one, but we're just going to be trying to make pretty much all the right plays, win both games. Of course, we cannot lose with this build, and just show it off as best as we possibly can for just this hockey IQ and just positional play. Here we are, fellas, hopping into the second period with this Lidstrom build. And like I said, trying to just do everything right with this build. Obviously, I know I made a couple of bad plays. That's going to happen, especially in threes. Like, unfortunately, there's going to be 2-on-1s and stuff that ultimately I just kind of can't get to, like that. Like, literally just like that. As I'm saying it, I spoke it into existence, of course. Good defense there, and somehow, of course, that leads to a goal for them. You love to see it. Good defense there. Oh no. Damn, that's crazy. I just got fucking cooked.
This whole game, they just found ways to get to the puck first and support it all over the ice, and they've executed a reason why they're up by 2.
There it is. Fucking finally. Holy shit. No way. Hello? Thank you. No way, dude. Oh my gosh. Like, there's just no way that we didn't end up with a goal on that. Look at that. Whew. Come on, like, literally, we're playing fucking perfect defense. You can't play better defense than this, truthfully. You just can't. Besides that one goal where I got cooked, I'm not even gonna lie. we're playing great fucking defense on this Lidstrom build. 7-time Norris winner, 4-time Cup winner, 1-time Conn Smythe. I mean, the list just goes fucking on and on for Nicklas Lidstrom. I mean, like I said, you can say he's the best D-man overall because of play style, and his accolades most definitely back it up because he's always making plays like that. He's always doing some shit just always to make his team better, no matter which side of the ice it's on. Yup, easy reads. Got that. Oh, what a fucking play there from Lidstrom. Dude, holy fuck, the defense on this build is actually insane. Yup. Dude, the picks you get on this build are just fucking insane, bro. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. Ew, good fucking play, Jaybird. Oh, go. Oh, let's go. What a fucking play. Beautiful setup there from Lidstrom. Gorgeous shot from Tanner, and a beautiful follow-up there from Jaybird. No, I thought I was going to get fucking animation on that. Oh my goodness. Nice. Shit. Good play. Oh my gosh, what a fucking play by Tanner with literally no stamina. Absolutely remarkable first game from this Lidstrom build and the boys. As you see, we had 3 goals, 5 assists, and the highest defensive rating out of the whole entire game. You see we have 60%. That's obviously not great, but I have no idea how Chell grades this stuff. But all I can say is we were playing some phenomenal defense that whole entire game, from the lanes to the poke checks to just cutting off the players' angles from literally anywhere on the ice. I am loving this Lidstrom build so far, so let's hop right into game 2, where I promise y'all much of the same. Let's get into it, y'all. Let's get it. Here we are, fellas, hopping into game 2, where we need to absolutely cook up, and that is not a good start. Sorry, Jag. My bad. We're just gonna have a completely upgraded game from the first one, for real, for real. Big hit there. Not that Lidstrom does that much, but you gotta do what you gotta do on defense, you know? Let's go. What a beautiful snipe there from Nicklas Lidstrom. Great defense there. Beautiful play there to break up that shot.
One of the most difficult sports in the world, and he gets to that prime time scoring area. You don't get that too often, and he just sails it and misses the net.
There it is. Good fucking play, fellas. What a gorgeous play from all the boys there. Now, if y'all can't tell, I'm absolutely loving this Lidstrom build so far. This build is easily probably the best defender that we've had all year. Like, or not like defender, but defensive build just all year. Just straight up defense. I am absolutely loving playing defense with this build. Let's go. Beautiful play there again from the boys. Give me that. That's straight bully ball, brother. Just straight bully fucking ball. Oh my gosh. Ew, Jag, what the fuck? That was filthy. Here we are, fellas, hopping into the second period where, like I said, hopefully we just able to continue this dominance. I told y'all more points, more goals, more fucking great defense in this game, and we've gotten exactly that, and we are only 1 period in so far. So let's see what we can keep doing with this build. All right, he might have been going for the speed boost in retrospect, but however, I don't care. Burying this shit anyway. So I feel like I haven't talked much about Lidstrom, but obviously, I mean, he was doubted, of course, in the beginning of his career because of his size and everything. And of course, I mean, like I've been saying this whole time, because he just didn't do anything flashy. He wasn't a big hitter, wasn't a super physical player, but he just has such a great sense of the game. And that is such a big part of the reason why the Red Wings were able to be so successful in the 90s, late 90s / early 2000s with, you know, Lidstrom, Datsuk, Fedorov, all those guys, and they were just so fucking good, and Lidstrom was a very, very crucial role of that. Here we are, fellas, hopping into the third period where you already know what we have to talk about, and that is, of course, our build rankings. And I gotta be honest, Nicklas Lidstrom is falling just out of the top 5, coming in at number 7. However, I will go over the top 7 builds for y'all. I know I normally do the top 5 and all, but it's been a while since I've gone over the top 5, so we're just going to say fuck it and go over the top 7 here. So coming in at number 1 still, of course, is going to be the Demidov build. Like I said, that one is literally because of my play style. I love dangler builds, and that Demidov build is just such a good skater, just smooth with the puck, just literally everything that I love in a build on Chell, to be honest, for like maximum fun and everything, is exactly what that Demidov build is, so that's why he's coming in at number 1 still. Coming in at number 2, which is quite the opposite of Demidov in terms of it's not necessarily a fit with my play style, because this build should be a fit with everybody's play style. Probably the most meta build out of all the player builds that I've made so far, and that is, of course, Cale Makar. This build has incredible defense, super good offense as well, can jump up in the rush. Wow, I can't believe I did not get a stick on that puck at all. That's my bad. Can jump up in the rush, though. He's super fast, can skate well, literally can just do everything that you would possibly want a D-man build to do, especially for threes. And coming in at number 3 is going to be the Connor McDavid build. Probably the best all-around offensive build that we've had so far this year. Of course, I mean, rightfully so with Connor McDavid, and of course he's got max speed, which definitely helps his case a lot compared to literally pretty much every other player build. But regardless, that build's absolutely remarkable, so that's why he's coming in at number 3. No real surprise there. Coming in at number 4, probably my favorite sniper build that I've done so far, and that is the Andrei Svechnikov build. Reason being is, once again, kind of just fits with my play style, but surprisingly, I actually did really good at getting one-timers on this build, which y'all know if y'all have seen any of the other videos where I had to get one-timers, I normally suck at that. So that's why he's coming in at number 4. Coming in at number 5 is going to be the Matvei Michkov build, another fellow Russian. Plain and simple, he's just a super solid wing build, really good offense, and there may be a little bit of personal bias there because he is on the Flyers. I can't lie to y'all. Listen, I just got to be completely real, but listen, this is my build rankings, and I'm giving them to y'all straight, okay? So he is coming in at number 5. Coming in at number 6 is going to be the jersey that I am currently rocking, and that is the Pavel Datsyuk build, a Nicklas Lidstrom fellow teammate. And this build for a center just feels like the perfect hybrid of offense and defense, just the perfect kind of two-way build. Literally everything you would expect from a Pavel Datsyuk build is exactly what that build is. And of course, like I said, coming in at number 7 is going to be this Nicklas Lidstrom build that we just buried an absolute beautiful backhand goal with. Now, for some reason, those dudes just randomly left, but I'll quickly explain, of course, why Nicklas Lidstrom is coming in at number 7. And the reason is plain and simple. Easily the best defensive build that we've had all year in terms of just straight up defense. He's got decent offense, and he's just not fast enough compared to some of these other players. So I couldn't quite put him up in that top 5, which is exactly why he's falling at number 7. But like I said, if you need a D-man build, aside from the Cale Makar build, I'm not sure if there's a better player build out of all these players that you could go with to try at defense than this Nicklas Lidstrom build. So if you need a lockdown D-man build, I promise you, try this Lidstrom build. You're absolutely gonna love it. Another absolutely remarkable game from the boys. As you see, we had 3 goals, 3 assists, 6 out of our 6 points, and this time we did have another 60% defensive rating. It wasn't the best in the game. It was tied for the second best, but y'all saw, like I said, I have no idea how they judge this in terms of Chell actually giving you a defensive percentage, but regardless, y'all saw all the crazy defensive plays that we were making on this build, from the lanes to the poke checks to the hits we actually were able to lay down with this build. This build is just so good on both ends of the ice. And that is how we recreated Nicklas Lidstrom right here in ESHL. If you did enjoy the video and you are enjoying the series, please feel free to drop a like, comment any other players you want to see me recreate in ESHL down below, and sub with notice on so you don't miss your favorite players in the future. I greatly appreciate you boys watching. Hope to see y'all in the next one. Peace out, y'all.